PG. D Brown. Yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? How we roll. Get it.
A special day for basketball fans across the world. The All-Star Game. We'll have the greatest athletes in the world playing the greatest game in the world. We're happy to bring it to you right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Brown in a shooting guard. Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Butler on the way. The feed to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target from outside. And so here are the West All-Stars. Durant dishes to Brown. Beyond the arc. Feeds it to Durant. Green with a screen on James. There's Brown with the
Trace.
Rebound by the East All-Stars. We'll go to Dorisburg.
Yeah, this All-Star
Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
I won my second
about the game, and
contest.
Coach made it clear that he was going to do everything he could to have a very small presence in the game. These guys know what they're doing, and nobody wants to see me calling timeouts or anything. I'm going to roll the ball out and let them play. Just what players could hope for.
And thank you, Doris. Now here's Anthony after the miss from Stephen Curry. Thomas goes in.
And, boy.
And it's going to be out of bounds.
Having that
and
shit.
They retain possession. LeBron against Durant. 5 on the clock. LeBron kicks to Butler. Good in the assist to James.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a baby.
Inside, it's deflected.
Again,
stolen by Drummond.
I'm having this shit.
Curry against Thomas. Anthony right side.
Come on, man, that's real. They fucked me.
Back to Thomas. 3-pointer.
They fucked me.
It doesn't go either for Butler.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Anthony on the double team. Brown kicks to Green.
Come on, you fucking up.
Brown outside.
Oh, come here.
Back to Griffin. Just 4 to shoot.
Come on, Griffin.
Great look, but off the mark.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Thomas passes to Drummond. Banked in off the glass. Drummond's got his first basket.
Really nice dime drop in there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Come here. Get in there.
It's a big high bounce and goes in.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. When he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, is going to give you problems.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Green's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Outside Thomas to the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Curry. That's good. Curry's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
1:44 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's that's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 4 now tonight.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley. It's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
New players in now for the East. Butler's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. He hits Brown with the drive.
No question.
Hello. I've been eating something.
And he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Pass to Harrison. Irving, a screen on Leonard. Now the pass to Beal. On its way from Irving for 2. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Now, here is Irving. And it's blocked. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And then Brown with the dunk.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Brown's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Valanciunas with a screen on Harden. Passes it to Harrison. 3-pointer, and that one's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's West now. 3-point lead. Outside Leonard. Here's Walls. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Irving against Brown. Fires top of the key. Another miss by Irving. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Can't get it to go. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star Game.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Isaiah Thomas out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Anthony in at the 5. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball, trailing by 5. Thomas kicks to Anthony. He feeds it to James. Drummond with a screen on Durant. Back to Anthony. Launches it. Good. Anthony's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the East All-Stars.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now James following the three-point attempt by Freak. Ball against James. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. And that sends Freak to the free throw line. It's on Jimmy Butler. The West All-Stars shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Brown.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Brown. 9 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Curry's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game.
The West ends up going with the new group. And here are the East All-Stars. Out to the wing. The dish to Beal from downtown. And it's good. Beal's got his first 3 points of the game. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Here's Brown, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Here are the East All-Stars. Irving dishes to Beal. Valanciunas passes to Irving. Back to Valanciunas, and that one's good.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
It's a close game here in Toronto.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And he gets it to go. And that's 15 points for Freak.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Irving. The rebound by Harden. From deep. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The East All-Stars up on top. They lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Brown in a 2-guard. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
I hope you watch the replay later. Forget that.
The East All-Stars shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. 1 shot.
One shot, gentlemen.
I'm back, man. Damn.
Here's West All-Stars with the rebound.
Come on, Wes.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Ooh.
Picked by Griffin.
Got him.
So they take the lead.
Got him.
And that's now 18 points for Freak.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Butler in the corner. Ball's coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 5 assists in the game. Dishes it to Brown.
Nigga. Get up.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not
Get up,
you can
nigga.
finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
No, sir. Not in my face.
Thomas, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination.
Oh, my scene still played my
can
fault.
make up
Fuck,
a lot
man.
of other weaknesses.
The East All-Stars on offense. Here's
Ooh.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Curry kicks to Brown. He dishes it to Green. From
Come on,
about
Green.
16.
Huh? Mother.
Here's
Come on, fucking up on my assists, man.
With both hands,
This shit, Blake.
puts it down.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Drummond sets the screen for Anthony. To to the inside, and it's out of bounds. And there's the last touch by Griffin.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. The wide open look here for Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 11 points for Carmelo Anthony. And the West All-Stars have possession. Curry kicks to Brown. Back to Curry.
I see you, Curry. And when?
Foul on the shot.
Oh,
Go to
man.
strike for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Come on,
And
still.
he can't hit the second.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Thomas with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. James kicks to Anthony. Drummond with a screen on Brown. It's Anthony with the
Give me that shit, boy.
loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Anthony's got 13 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Come here.
Brown. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Upside Thomas. All alone. And yes, sir, that one goes.
Come on.
Now here's Durant. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Gasol. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And Drummond kicks to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Anthony up on top. 6 to shoot. Here's Butler. The shot is off.
Yeah.
The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. To the left wing. Brown with it. He's picked up by James. Butler with the steal. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anderson right there.
Let's go.
It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
LeBron James on the wing, defended by Durant. The kick outside to Butler. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
My
Butler's got
man.
19 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
To the paint. Here's Curry. He's
Come
12
on,
minutes.
Steph.
Outside Thomas. Anthony with the screen on Curry. Thomas, no luck.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Griffin dishes to Brown. He kicks it to Durant.
KD. Man.
The three-pointer,
Come
no good.
on.
Down low.
Give me that shit,
James with the
man.
basket on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist in the game. Inside, here's Brown. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving can't get it to go.
Boy, he blew the easy 2
Oh,
by 5.
KD.
Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
The East All-Stars have looked good at the
Damn.
line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he knocks down the first one. James Hart. And the West All-Stars with possession. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. They've got LeBron James. Jimmy Butler is out there with Thomas. Then it's Anthony, and it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. James, the pass to Thomas. Ball's knocked loose. Curry with it. Kicks it to Brown. Green left side. Back to Brown. To the wing right side. Here's Eustace.
Come on. I need an assist, man.
And counting.
Good plug game.
One more at the free throw line.
I need an assist.
Boy,
They
this defense is
fucking.
getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Eustace.
Yeah.
But he can't hit.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into
I got
a very
you, KD.
difficult shot.
Durant for three. The shot's good.
What you
Brown making the
mean?
play.
And he found
Fuck
the
you
perfect
mean?
spot behind the arc
Let's
there.
go.
Big gap in the D.
Fuck you
Durant's
mean?
1 of 3 from
Let's
beyond
go.
the arc.
Come here.
And
Don't
taken
stand
away
there.
by Brown.
My defense is up. Anyway,
Drops in
let's
the
go.
breakaway layup.
You
And
taking
now
the
it's a
run for it.
9-point West
Z,
All-Star
I'm
lead.
telling you.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for
Uh-huh.
those guys with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also
I see.
the way they've been able to
I
generate
see you.
points off
I
of
see
the
you.
turnovers
Let's
they
go.
forced tonight has also helped. Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly
You
isn't
can't
any
beg,
regular season
boy.
move.
Good
I agree
shit.
with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if
I
he's
see you,
the best
KD.
option
Ooh.
offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Can they get it? Thomas, it's a wide open look. No place jumper from the free throw line.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
To the paint, here's Green.
And win.
Gets it to go.
And win.
They should continue to
Seen
get the
it.
ball inside. The defense struggling to
Telling you,
contain
man.
them.
And when you make 5 in a row
I'm not
and close
playing.
like that, it also takes pressure
I
off
hope
your
I get a
perimeter
lot of
guys.
likes, comments, and subscribes. For this, man.
Just a fantastic game for Green. 8 rebounds, and he has
Go.
1 steal to his credit
I'm
as well.
hot.
Hey, Clark, he's just
Boy,
done a great job.
it's your
defensively.
boy Damian
One steal
Brown.
doesn't tell the whole
PG,
story.
number 23. Let's eat.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
LeBron. On Hall of Fame. Let's go. Let's get it.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the West All-Stars coach was going over with his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out
Got
with
you.
a different look
Huh.
here, guys.
Let's
Back
eat.
to you.
Telling
Thanks
you.
again, Doris.
Are you
I'm not
kidding?
I'm PG for a reason.
Is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people
Double,
are going to
double,
remember
already.
and talk about from this year's
go.
game for sure.
Let's get
And
it.
it's Butler
Do
missing.
that.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead
That's
is not
easy.
surprising given their advantage.
Telling you, my
on the
nigga
backcourt.
cold.
Nice work on the
98
inside. Hard to get
overall.
that one
Let's
up
eat.
and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Thomas, no good. And the West All-Stars have possession. It's tipped.
Oh,
And
he's
stolen
doing
by
it.
James.
Eh.
Pass to Drummond. Outside Thomas. Shot
Oh,
to
my
stop
foul.
the run. It's rebounded by the West.
Yes.
Green's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Ball inside.
Up top, Brown.
where you at?
He's guarded by Thomas.
Where you at?
It's Brown with
Where
the
you
drive.
at?
Shot misses. Good
Fuck
D
with
by
you,
Drummond.
man.
The East All-Stars
Ain't
on
fucking
offense.
with you.
They trail by 16. Butler kicks to Thomas.
That's money.
The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Now Brown.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
46 seconds left to
Money.
play in the final quarter.
That's easy.
And good on the
Go to the open
basket. Book it.
space.
And really, it looks like he may just
Let's
try to
eat.
take this thing over
go.
on his own and really build that lead up.
Ball's knocked loose.
Cookies.
And taken away by Brown. For the finish.
Cookies. Cookies.
That was absurd. He's
Go.
showing the skills that got him voted here.
And that last replay
Fuck
courtesy
you
of Mia.
mean?
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thomas
That's
kicks to
probably real.
LeBron. Back to Thomas. Uncovered. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Y'all want me to hit it on the buzzer? I'm going to try to hit on the buzzer, man.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Brown dishes to Green. The feed to Curry. And the pass to Brown. From 17 feet out. That's good on the jump shot. Brown's got 34.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Quit reaching.
See, can I hit on the buzzer for y'all, man?
And the first one at the line is good.
It's going to be for all my fans.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
Started.
Let's get it.
From deep. Can't get it to fall. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
Good game. Another MVP.
What's going to happen in these
At
games? The
All-Star
talent on
weekend.
both sides is always so strong.
It's
But
your
tonight,
boy,
the West seemed a little more comfortable
Liddy.
playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure
Skinny.
enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Let's get
The
it,
2K
money.
Sports postgame show.
Look at these highlights, boy. Watch these highlights.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Freak. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
Can you say freak-alicious?
30 points, 10 assists,
I think most
6
of us was
rebounds.
expecting to go
No
off.
telling how many
Not
steals.
disappointed. It's a tremendous honor to be named MVP of the All-Star Game. Big-time career underway for this young man.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there are 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kenny the Jet Smith, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.
Come back and win the game. So, if y'all like the video, click the like button and leave me your comments and tell me what you think about my dude, Damon Brown, point guard, number 23 is all about. Just tell me what you think. And subscribe if you like it. Now, guess I'm gonna be out. See you later, America.